Where amounts appear on both sides of a ledger account, we would add up the debit and credit sides separately and total in pencil. Let's have a look at an example. Again, we'll use the bank ledger account, the debit side, and the credit side. Let's say we had an inflow of cash into the bank account of R1,000 for services rendered. We also had an inflow of R500 as one of our debtors settled his account. Then on the credit side, let's say that we had an expense of R300 for advertising. We would then do a calculation to total on either side in pencil the different accounts, just to make the mathematics of the sum that we need to generate slightly easier for ourselves. So on the debit side, this would total R1,500, and on the credit side, it would be R300. We would then subtract the smaller total from the larger total. In this case, 300 from 1,500, which would leave us with 1,200. The difference is then entered on the smaller side as the balance of the account. This is the balance that would be carried down to the next month. So, the smaller side in this case would be the credit side. We would add 1,200. And this would then be the balance carried down to the next month. We would then total up either side. Debit side would be 1,500. Credit side will also be 1,500. And when we move into the next month, the balance to be carried down on the credit side would then move over to the debit side. This is then called the balance brought down. In other words, brought down from the previous month. The next step in the accounting process is the trial balance. The trial balance shows us a list of ledger balances on a specific date. And the purpose of the trial balance is to test the accuracy of the ledger account balancing and to serve as a basis for preparing the following: the income statement or the financial result, the statement of changes in equity, and the balance sheet, which shows us our financial position. The following table shows us the most common format of a trial balance, and it includes the following. It always needs to have a header row. The header row contains the heading for the trial balance, and this consists of the details relating to the name of the organization and the instance to which the ledger account balances pertain. Under the particulars, each row in the trial balance pertains to the information relating to an account. The name of the ledger account head is written in the particulars column. The ledger folio gives the information relating to the page number in the ledger from which the information relating to the ledger has been extracted. And then we would fill in either the debit amount or the credit amount. The following table shows the generally accepted format of an income statement, and it needs to include the following. First of all, we must always add the name of the enterprise. We must then state that this is an income statement. And as we have learned, an income statement shows us the financial result over a given period. In this case, it would be for the month ended 28th of February. Our income statement shows us our incomes and our expenses. We would then start with our income, less all our expenses, and the two of these would then add up to our profit for the year.